If you are thinking about moving to Hampton Roads, but you can't even find it on the freaking map, then don't worry. Today I've got all the details to get you a basic overview of what Hampton Roads is like so you can figure out if it's the right home for you. Let's go. Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Taylor Hudgens with realestatetay.com. I am a local Hampton Roads agent here in the area to help you make Hampton Roads your home. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button below and subscribe. I make new videos on Hampton Roads all the time. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So we're gonna jump into where the heck Hampton Roads even is, fun things to do, cost of living, housing prices, schools, and everything in between. So where the hell is Hampton Roads? Hampton Roads isn't exactly just one place on a map. Hampton Roads is actually a broad name for 7 cities on the eastern side of Virginia. So it's going to include Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Suffolk, Hampton, and Newport News. I had to memorize that. It took me a second to remember which ones were included. So each of those 7 cities has awesome things to do, but generally speaking, Hampton Roads is known for a few super popular areas. So each city is going to have festivals and events, so make sure to always check out the city websites for those upcoming events. But of course, number one, a lot of people come to Hampton Roads and head to Virginia Beach for the beach. But we also have tons of water access points in other parts. So of course you have the ocean front, which is the big local touristy spot in Virginia Beach. But you also have Ocean View in Norfolk, which has beach access. And in Hampton, you also have Buckrow Beach. So lots of beach access points, and most of the locals will hang out on the more secluded beaches. But you can also, of course, go to the traditional ocean front, which is also just as great. One of the great parts about Hampton Roads and the entire Tidewater region is that they have tons of parks as well. So each city has its own parks, but some of the bigger ones are probably going to include Mount Trashmore with a huge walking trail. It's kind of near town center in Virginia Beach, so it's this big park in this kind of more urban area. It has a huge walking trail, kids park, skate park, great spot to check out. Lots of people working out there. It's a good spot. Another big one is going to be Sandy Bottom Park in Hampton. Also has a great hiking trail that goes around a lake area, and then it also has places where you can go camping, hiking, fishing, and you can also rent out boats for the day. So boats like canoes, john boats, things like that. So great day if you want to take the kiddos out or just the family and go have some fun. Now, if you do have kiddos and little ones that you need to entertain, some other great popular kids spots are going to probably be the Children's Museum in Portsmouth. Great spot. They have tons of activities and little showcase places where they'll teach your kids how to do arts and crafts, things like that. You can also check out the Virginia Zoo, which is in Norfolk. Great zoo. It's not as big as the San Diego Zoo by any stretch, but does have animals, got giraffes, all the basics, and of course some cute otters, which are my favorites. And then you also have the aquarium down in Virginia Beach if you want to go hang out with the fish and play with the dolphins. So how much does it really cost to live in Hampton Roads? So it's really going to differ, and it's probably going to be different depending on where you're coming from as to what your expectations are going to be. So of course we're going to be way cheaper than places like DC, New York, Atlanta, but if you're coming from a really rural area, we're probably going to be slightly more expensive. So to make sure that you have the best expectations, feel free to check out my video. I never can remember if it's on this side or this side, but check up this video up here so that you can calculate exactly what that's going to look like. The cost of living video is Virginia Beach, but it's really the whole Hampton Roads area, so you can do it no matter which area of Hampton Roads that you're moving to. So, of course, part of cost of living and figuring out what you can afford and can't afford is going to also include your housing prices. So I'm filming this video August 2021. As of July 2021, the median house price in Hampton Roads was $300,000. So, of course, everything is subject to change and prices are currently on the rise. So with that being said, depending on when you're watching this video, make sure to check out realestatetay.com so that way you can start getting a good idea of how much a home that would work for you and your family would cost. And it could differ between now and the time you're actually seeing this video. So if you are moving, there's a good chance you're gonna need a job, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the biggest employers in Hampton Roads. So the biggest employer of Hampton Roads is gonna be good old Uncle Sam. We have a ton of military families here in Hampton Roads. We have military bases all the way from Virginia Beach to Norfolk up to Hampton. So we have a lot of people relocating here just because they're being stationed in the area. Now, if you're not military, we also have a huge healthcare system here. So if you are interested, definitely try looking at Centera, Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters, and then also Virginia Eastern Medical School. Those are all going to be great big employers here in the area. We also have Dollar Tree headquarters here and Cox Communications here. They're going to be slightly smaller than the other ones that I mentioned, but we do have a lot of local businesses. So make sure to always check places like Indeed and LinkedIn for jobs being posted by those smaller mom and pop type businesses. So the next big question is, how are the schools in Hampton Roads? So every school is going to be different based upon which city is managing that school. So Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Hampton, Newport News, they're all going to be different. Even out in Suffolk, they're all going to be managed a little differently just based on that local government system. But I completely also understand that if you're purchasing a home and you're moving to the area with little ones, sometimes this is a big determining factor on exactly which part of Hampton Roads you really want to live in. So if that's the case, make sure you check out these websites that I'm going to list here below. And they're going to help give you a better guide of school rankings and school ratings so you can make the best decision for you and your kiddos. So try greatschools.org. This is usually one that I highly recommend. But if you also want a second opinion or just some extra research done so you feel extra good about your decision, you can also check out publicschoolreview.com for those individual school rankings. So everyone is different, so feel free to do as much research as you'd like so that you feel comfortable about where you are sending your children off to school Monday through Friday. I hope this helps give a more general idea about Hampton Roads, but if you do have more research that you'd like to do on each individual city, feel free to head over to realestatetoday.com and check the Towns tab menu to feel free to peruse through Norfolk and Virginia Beach and more information on Chesapeake. So that is a free resource for you. If you don't find your answers there, feel free to leave any other detailed questions you have in the comments below. I'm happy to answer all of those personally for you. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video.